centuries to when the town was known as Mauch Chunk. If you look out the window across the river, that mountain over there, that's Mauch Chunk. That's what they named the town after. During its heyday, Mauch Chunk was known for its Victorian architecture, rich coal industry, and then as a popular tourist destination, much as Jim Thorpe is today. Its scenery, surrounded by mountains and hillsides, earned it the nickname the Switzerland of America. And now it's the gateway to the Poconos. In the late 1870s, Mauch Chunk was home to the Maguires, a secret Irish organization who were accused of the murders of several coal industry bosses. This was in their quest for fair labor. On June 21st, 1877, 4 of the Mollies were hung in the Carbon County prison, even though they were innocent. The prison is known today as the Old Jail Museum. If you wish to see any tourism sites or things to do in town, go into the station. There's Pocono tourism people there to answer questions and to tell you what's open. In 1954, the towns of Mauch Chunk and East Mauch Chunk merged to create the borough of Jim Thorpe. It's interesting, it's a story in itself. Jim Thorpe never set foot in the town, but yet it's named after him. Jim Thorpe's widow approached the two towns here looking for a final resting place for her husband, who was born in Oklahoma and died in California. An agreement between the family and the two towns was finalized in May of that year, and this became the site of the Olympians' final resting place. Today, on the east side of town, that's where the memorial is, with the words of King Gustav on the red granite memorial, stating, "Sir, you're the greatest athlete in the world." The king presented Jim Thorpe with his 1912 Olympic medal. Beyond the town's namesake, Jim Thorpe remains true to its heritage, boasting of many Victorian-era buildings here on the east side, the west side of town. Taking all the area has to offer as the leaves start to change. Last year we had an eagle's nest in the tree, but I haven't seen them this year yet.
It's worse when you had vertigo.
I know, everything's so sensitive when you have vertigo, right?
Once we get on a cold pork trestle momentarily, remember.
Nails go across the chalkboard.
Oh, you don't like that noise?
Never did as a kid. I hate when my friends did that. It was like torture. It's like, ugh.
Somebody has to call the sound police.
you have any idea how long that pipeline is or how big it is?
2 6-inch internal diameter pipes. Externally, I guess that's about 8 inches. And it went from the Oil City area, Pennsylvania, and eventually to refineries in Bayonne, New Jersey.
Oh, no way. Look at that. That's really neat.
And it took years to do that.
But it did.
And the boards are pretty much rotted away, but you were a pipeline worker, you lived in a shanty over there for free. You had to check the pumping stations, that was your job. And if you neglected to do that, you were fired. But you couldn't get to the store, so you had to stock up on coffee and potatoes. And there were shanties all along the pipeline. Different people had different sections. They had to check the stations. But it used to snow a lot up here, so you might be stuck in a shanty, not your home shanty, for a couple of days. You could snowshoe your way out. Around 1900, there was a woman and child that lived there with a guy. And she had to walk the baby and the groceries across the pipeline to get to the shanty. No running water. You got your water from a stream up top in buckets. And the river was highly polluted. You didn't drink that.
And then you said then that the Maguires were hung in the train station.
Going to jail.
Oh,
If you get a walking map,
yeah.
if it's open today, they'll tell you the station. And 4 were hung here and 3 in Pottsville.
All right. Okay.
And they did vandalism and they might have beat up some people, but
Yeah, they didn't.
I don't think they murdered.
No.
But there were bosses murdered, but I think the mine company, that's the way to kill somebody that wasn't doing their job, blame it on the molly.
Right.
That's what I understand.
Yeah, that's what I understand too. And then I forget which jail it is where they say like to this day they can't get it off because there's like an handprint
that's
on
been
it.
off the wall. I've never been up there. I've been to it, but not to it.
Okay.
Here. But if you look at the movie, The Maguires, the hanging wasn't done here, it was done in Hollywood. They had a set made up, they took architectural drawings and photos
Oh
to
wow.
make it look like it was here, but it wasn't done here.
Oh my word.
They wouldn't let the film crews in, worried about damaging something.
That I understand. I can understand that one.
And when Sean Connery was done filming here, he left right away because he was in between Goldfinger and another big Bond movie.
Oh, okay.
And also, I don't know everything, but some things I talked about, the locals told me that well, there is an orb floating around the jail.
Ah,
You know, if you believe that kind of stuff.
yeah.
Oh, wow. That's like a ghost.
Yeah, an orb. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, an orb is a ghost.
But not in a physical
It's a physical actual shape. It's just a little round thing.
energy ball or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I believe anything's possible, you know, as long as we're just floating around on this giant ball. There's probably all sorts of balls out there we don't even know about.
Well, one of the leader was Jack Kehoe of the Molly Maguires, and his family tavern is in Gilbertsville, and in there is a memorial to this. They had Molly Maguire. Very interesting. So they didn't. After he was hung, they kept his body at the Tamaqua train station. They didn't want not riots, but people protesting and stuff. So one of the jobs of the train master, station master, was to put ice on his body. And he was buried in an unmarked grave. And decades later, the family figured out where it was and erected a monument. But there's an orb floating around the train station too. What is it? The History Channel had a ghost hunter show years ago, and they had a crew in there. They discovered it. But some of the locals knew it was there ahead of time. It's a nice restaurant.
Check it out.
Yeah, people in the town were wondering why a couple days a week the ice wagon would pull up in front of the train station. I suppose a station master would take the ice down in the basement. Didn't want to let passengers something was stationary down there.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
If it's creepy down there, I'd be like, nope.
For the owners. Here, have a seat. Take each other's pictures. So, this is where you spent your... Sorry. No, I don't...
Of course, that would happen to me. I'd sit on it and break. Sorry about that.
There you
You
go.
want to sit on
We're
that?
deaf
You
out
can sit
here.
on it.
Go right ahead.
You want me to sit on it? I don't know if I can get up on it. I'm like, sure.
Make sure it doesn't collapse.
Oh, actually, I can.
The controls came up through the holes in the floor.
Oh, wow, I can see
This is
that.
where you spend your career,
Wow.
That would fun.
going deaf. And then if it snowed or rained, you shut a door here.
Oh, wow.
And you kind of froze out here in the winter. I don't see it.
There's no heat. You have to be dressed pretty warm.
Exactly. I don't think I would want that job at all. No, sir.
Please detrain only where you see a uniformed car attendant. Please watch your step, use the yellow handrail, and look down. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and have a safe ride home, everyone.
To all car attendants, it's now safe to detrain your passengers.
It's great. I love it.
It's Kimmy Bear's bear. Pretzels history bear. Not the Hershey Bears. Thanks, Jack. Somebody got what they wanted for Christmas this year. Can't see it right here, but up on the hill there's a mansion called the Harry Packer Mansion, and for some reason Kim believes that Disney was inspired by this mansion. I guess it's written somewhere online that this mansion was used as a model for one of Disney's rides, the Haunted Mansion ride down at Disney. Right, buddy?
Uh-huh. That's correct, though.
Based on Harry Packer's.
And I want to stay in there.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart